Hello friends, I'm excited to meet you again through this video. I was meditating on Genesis chapter 49 verse 26. It's a very interesting chapter because Jacob is in his last days blessing all the tribes of Israel. And in verse 26 in particular, he speaks about Joseph. And he says these words, my blessing, which he says, your father's blessing and your father's father's blessing shall come upon your head because you're separate from your brothers. I started to think about the word separate. It's a very literal translation. It could be interpreted as who's special or someone chosen. But I started to think about this word, that there are times when we think of grace, we think of an absence of challenges, or we think grace means I'm never going to walk into anything too tough for me, or I'm never going to walk through a situation where something is going to look a little challenging for me. Grace is oftentimes revealed in the places of new challenges. Sometimes it is grace that draws you into places that seem to be very difficult and impossible. Sometimes grace brings you into new territories that you did not plan for. Joseph experienced grace right from the beginning of his life. One, his father loved him more. Whenever you are loved by people in a special way, that in your heart you might start thinking, oh, I feel special. It is Father God showing you love through that person. So Joseph had that opportunity. Two, he had a special coat on him, a colorful coat, which separated him, or which showed the favor of God or the favor of his father upon his life. Third was the dream, divine revelations. But thinking all of that, you might think my life might be very smooth. But if you think about it again, no. It was pretty challenging, but in every challenge, it was a point of revelation of more grace and more favor and more of his destiny unveiling itself. I keep thinking about it. When Joseph went to Potiphar's house, he was identified to be a leader. From there, he went to a prison. He was identified to be a leader. From there, he went to the palace, which seems like, the best place to be. But I think about palace, I think about this. He had to fight more power play than anybody else because he's second in command. Everyone wanted to be in that place. But in all of that, there's something that you need to understand here. That God revealed his favor and grace a little at a time. In other words, I will put it that way. According to the situation, the manifestation of the grace was greater and greater. I want you to hear this clearly. Whatever challenge that you're facing right now, there is something similar in that challenge, is that your God and my God will get us out of that. Not just walk us out of that. No. He's going to turn that opportunity, that challenge, into something that will reveal more of his favor, more of his grace, more of the destiny that he has for you. I was thinking about Ruth. She's standing in a field, might be thinking, I'm a widow now. Moreover, I'm a foreigner. I'm far away from everything that I know of. But then God said, no, here I've got Boaz for you. David might have thought the same thing. I'm out there in the wilderness taking care of some sheep where my brothers are special. I'm separated from my family. I'm a little weird one, or I'm odd. Oh, wow. Think about that for a minute. Sometimes you feel that you're peculiar and you might be the odd one in that place. But do you know all of this is going to weave into the great plan that God has for you? Think about Joseph. Think about David. Everywhere they felt lonely or alone out there, but there's something they did. They developed an intimacy with God. This separation actually became an opportunity of becoming more intimate with God and His presence, and made them more dependent on the unseen, so that they were able to see the unseen that God has for them. I think about Moses. Man, he was born and they put him in a basket and just, left him out there to float. I keep thinking about it. Sometimes you're thinking your life is floating out in the water, alone, helpless, or clueless. And God placed, or he was floating out there where the prince and princesses, or the princess and her friends will come to take bath, where they would lay eyes on this child, where Boaz would lay eyes on Ruth, or the whole of Israel will see what a powerful man David is. Hey, the place of challenge, the place of loneliness, the place of fight, the place of struggle will turn into a greater revelation of grace and favor of God in your life. God has placed some key people in this phase of your life, in this point of your life. Destiny oftentimes comes like this. A bit of it is something that you know of, and most of it is that you're clueless. But that's when you got to trust God and know something. The known part is my God is in control. What I don't know is that I'm about to see the glory of God. He is about to do something amazing. He has placed people out there which is going to tie you to your destiny. He has placed some key favors out there that you're yet to see and you understand, and you're going to be in awe of worship. Hey, the challenge that you're facing is a great opportunity for God to reveal His grace more in your life. Meditate on that. May God bless you.